Beefy dog. Beefy dog. Beefy dog. Are you gonna behave? Are you gonna behave today? You don't get to come on the walk if you don't behave. You want to go walk with me? You want to go walk around with me? You want to walk around with me, Beefy dog? No, 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 no. You don't. You don't get out of the car until I tell you to get out of the car. I didn't. We just talk about this. You have to behave. All right. So get back in your seat. No, no, no. Get back in your seat. Okay. Go go. Okay. Now get down. Good girl, Beefy dog. Good girl. You did it. What happened? Oh, my shoe is untied. That's what happened. Okay. All right. Excuse me, folks. I was gonna tie my shoe real quick before I lose it. Ugh. Anaya Scott Gabadon said, watching from UK. All right, I probably mispronounced your name, but that's all right. Hey, Beefy Dog, you gotta stay with me, okay? That's how this works. You gotta behave. Anaya said, I love your dog. James said, watching from Taft, California. Welcome. We are in beautiful southern New Jersey. We're at the park. I'm Stabworthy, and this is Beefy Dog. And this is what we do in the live streams. We just go for walks. Amati G. Gitikin said, where are you from? USA, New Jersey. Where are you guys from? Um, Whoever said California, it's like 4 a.m. out there. Umut said, you are speaking Turkish. And Scott said, I watch your live streams. Thank you. Hit that subscribe button so you can just come on back anytime. You get notified. You should you guys should check out these other live streams that some of my favorites, Gravity Core Fitness and Learning English Pro and Miss Daisy May 35 and the Pity and Kitty Committee. Check them out. Those are the shows that me and my dog watch together on YouTube. Hey, we got 3 thumbs up. It's only been 6 minutes. Awesome. Thank you, everybody. What is your dog's name? That's what Anaya wants to know. Her name is Beefy Dog. Like a cow. Beefy. Relaxing Music said, "Hey, Stabworthy. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, we got 4 thumbs up now. Thanks, everyone." Um, Relaxing Music, what's up? Wow, Beefy Dog. Beefy Dog. She couldn't even wait until we got onto the path. So now I gotta grab some of these doggy poop bags over here and then go back to where we just was and then pick it up and then bring it back here, throw it away. Um, there are no doggy poop bags. I'm not just being dumb, okay? Look, it's really empty. I can't go pick it up. Dang. Relaxing Music said, just hanging out on the balcony watching people go to work. On the balcony. Oh, yeah. Where are you from again? Aren't you from Europe somewhere? Hey, Beefy Dog. Beefy Dog. Come on, Beefy Dog. Thank you. You don't pull me. You walk with me, okay? Relaxing Music is from Arkansas. Oh, I was wrong. Um, Arkansas. So it's like 6 a.m. for you. Dolce Dale said, "Poor doggy." Um, she has a great life. Don't call her a poor doggy. Dolce Dale says it's 8:01 p.m. Ooh, are you in Australia? That's my guess. Relaxing Music said, "Yep." And Tia Fireball said, "Hey, worthy dude." Hey, Tia, isn't it like 5 a.m. where you live? It's like, or 4 maybe, like 4 or 5 a.m. This dog has a great life. You shut the hell up, Dolce Dale. She just forgot how to go on walks because we stopped going on walks. I was sick for the last couple weeks. So you must have forgot how to behave, Beefy Dog. Can you behave? Tia's from Michigan. Oh, it's 7 a.m. in Michigan. Okay. My bad. I thought you were on the West Coast, but I was thinking of somebody else. Oh, no. No, no. Beefy Dog. Stay with me. Okay. That's better. Good dog. Good dog. Pee on it, beefy dog. Go pee on it. Tia said, "Are they as cute as me? Who else are you flirting with?" Hold up. Was I flirting with you? Tia, how could they possibly be cuter than you? That's the right answer, isn't it? All right, beefy dog. Tia said yes. Yes. See, I grew up with an older sister and a mother, and I know how to talk to ladies. I know what the ladies want to hear, and oftentimes it's not the truth. But I don't know. I think that's one of my flaws is that I tell the truth, even even when the consequences are bad. I used to be a big liar when I was a kid. I used to be a pathological liar, um, and it got to the point where nobody in my family trusted me. My parents and my sister and my brother, nobody trusted a word that I said. So I had to do some self-reflecting and become a different person. It took me like 5 years to gain back everybody's trust. Like from the ages of like maybe like 8 years old to 13, nobody believes a word I said. Tia said it's been cooling down at night, so we've been turning off the aircon because it gets in the 80s or 90s, and we've just been putting fans in the window at night. I have a box fan in my room that I just leave on at all times. Because if I don't, it's too damn hot. Even with the air conditioner on, I don't know what it is, but my air my air in my bedroom doesn't cool down even when the air conditioner is on. Beefy dog, where are you going? Are you gonna go over there without me? Are you gonna go without me, Beefy dog? Good girl, Beefy dog. Stay with me, Beefy dog. Started telling the truth. No, I started telling the truth when I was like, 8 or 9 years old. When I realized that like nobody, I can't be lying all the time. I can't be lying all the time because nobody wants to talk to me. So I started telling the truth when I was like maybe like 8 or 9 years old, and then, like I said, it took like 4 or 5 years to gain back my family's trust. That's when they all started believing me again. you lie until you were? Yeah, yeah, that. It took until I was 13 before anybody would talk to me again. Um, yeah, so now I kind of pride myself on telling the truth, and I don't. I'm fundamentally a different person. Like I cannot tell a lie. Unless it's like there are extenuating circumstances where I do, but you know, it's not a crime to. Well, I'll just leave it at that. Never mind. Because it probably is a crime, so I'm just gonna stop. Oh, beef dog, you're pooping again, and I don't have any bags. There's no bags here. They're supposed to supply us with the doggy bags here. Dang. That's so embarrassing, you guys. I'm always a pick up after myself type of dog owner. Um, but my world is kind of been turned upside down. I'm sick. I got 2 ear infections, and I just moved last month, and like everything is all over the place. Half of my shit is still in bags, and the other half of my shit is just gone. I don't know where it's at. If you position the fan so that they pull in the cool air from the coolest part of the house and blow outward on the hottest part of the house, you can get good airflow and get the hot air out. Yeah. Hey, we got 5 thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Huh. Relaxing Music says I had a house with an attic fan. Houses should still come with those. Yeah, we had an attic fan growing up in our house. The house I'm in now, I don't know if there is an attic. Give me one sec. Beefy dog. Beefy dog, where are you going? You can't go there without me. We're attached. Good girl, Beefy dog. Stay with me. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Stay with me, Beefy dog. Good girl, Beefy dog. Good girl, Beefy dog. Are we still here? Hey. Hey, sorry guys, I went to Mars for a minute, but I'm back now. I brought t-shirts for everybody. Beefy dog, where you going? Where you going, Beefy dog? You can't go without me. Look, we're attached. You can't go without me, Beefy dog. You gotta stay with me. Here I am. Good dog, Beefy dog. Does everybody want to tell me why are they awake so early? I went to sleep around 10 p.m. and then I woke up at like 4:30. Beefy dog, walk with me. Good dog, you'll get it. You'll get it. Get it. You just forgot how to act on the leash. It's been so long. Joseph W6U3F said, "I'm watching from Philippines. Hooray for Philippines! Welcome in. Welcome in." Joseph says his country of origin is the Philippines. That's so cool. I think you might be the first person here from the Philippines. Good evening here, good morning there, he said. Joseph, do you have a dog? This is what we do on the live stream. We just walk the dog. Stay, Beefy dog, stay. Good girl, very good. Her name is Beefy dog. Beefy dog, now walk with me. Hey, I said walk with me. That with me is the most important part. Joseph said, "Thank you so much, sir." You're welcome so much. Tia said the west side of our house has a bunch of trees around it, so in the afternoon the sun moves around to the south and comes directly in those windows. So I have to shut the windows on the south side of the house to block out the heat. And then when it moves around to the west, then I have to pull the cool air from the east side and out the south side. This is a little bit complicated. Um, Tia, wait, did you say you do or don't have air conditioning? I'm surprised. Why all the complicated maneuvers? If you just turn the aircon. Where's Beefy Dog? There you are. Sir, I have 4 dogs, 2 Shih Tzus and one poodle and 1 Aspen. Wow, cool. I've never heard of an Aspen. But you should post your dogs on my community page. That's what we do around here. We do dog stuff and pet stuff, and I encourage everyone who has pets to post pictures of them on my community page. And if you have cats, that's all right, but I would prefer dog pictures. Tell us your dog names. Tell us your dog breeds. Joseph, when I was growing up, we had a family dog, and his name was Bobo. Bobo means like little clown. It does. Bobo means little clown. But nobody knew what kind of dog he was. He was rescued off of actually not off the streets, but he was in somebody's backyard, tied up in the backyard all the time. And this woman that was friends with my mom, she would have to drive past this little dog every day. And rescuing dogs was like one of her jobs. She lived on a big farm. When we went out there to adopt him, he was one of like 100 dogs and like 250 cats. No lie. No lie. There were so many dogs and cats there. But anyway, so this woman would drive by this little dog every day. And then one time she drove by and it was raining. And then she went to work. And then, Beefy Dog, you come here. It was raining, and then she went to work and it rained all day. And then when she was on her way home from work, it was still raining.
and the dog was like so little, and it had so much that he was like swimming in the backyard. So she like hopped the fence and took him, and we adopted him. And no, so nobody knew what kind of dog he was, and the vet had said half Shih Tzu and half poodle, but that was a total guess. He was just a little white dog. But it's funny that you say Shih Tzu and poodle because yeah, we had a dog. We always said he was half Shih Tzu and half poodle, but nobody really knew. He just looked like a little white dog. He didn't look like any particular breed though, because I know there are breeds of little white dog, but he wasn't one. He wasn't one. He was some type of mutt. And people would say like, "Oh, he's a West Highland Terrier. Oh, he's a Bichon Frise." No, he's not. He's just a little mutt dog. Tia said we have central air, but what I'm saying is in the afternoon when the heat comes in the windows in the south, I have to block off the light to block off the heat. I use block shades. Yeah, I was gonna say, can't you just like draw the curtains? Um, Aspen means Asong Pinoy, Philippine dog, no breed. Oh, okay. Tia said Momo in American means not smart. Wait, what? What do you mean in American? What does that mean? Joseph, wait a minute. Joseph said Bobo in Filipino is not smart. And then Tia said Momo in American means not smart. Joseph said the names of my dogs are Aliana, Cardo, uh, Cable, and Tangle. I hope I said those right. Hey, but you should post pictures of your dog on my community page. Everybody that has dogs, you guys should do that. I'm pretty sure you have to be subscribed for 24 hours in order to post on my community page. Um, oh, Tia said Momo is a cute way of saying moron. Oh, I see. Well, for now at least, moron is not a slur or a swear. So just say it. Just say it. We could while we can still get away with it. Joseph said, "Where are you from, sir?" I'm from USA, New Jersey. Beautiful southern New Jersey. We're at the park, and then here's the rec center. Basketball courts. We got 7 thumbs up now, you guys. Thank you. Joseph said, "Wow, nice surroundings." Good girl, beefy dog. Come on. Come on now. Beefy dog. Come on. Come on, walk with me, beefy dog. Tia said in India, owls are not smart, so they say ulu. I don't get it, but I'm sure it's funny. I'm sure it's funny. I'm just a Momo. I don't understand. Tia said, moron sounds kind of mean, but you can tease someone by saying Momo. All right, so around here, East Coast, Mo is sort of like a slur for homo. And so if you called somebody a Mo or a Momo, that would mean that you're calling them like the F slur, basically. That's why I was kind of like put off or taken aback when you said Momo. And yeah, it's actually, I feel like it's more of an insult to call somebody a Momo than to call them a moron. Just the cultural differences between Michigan and New Jersey, maybe. I think that's like a Jersey, New York thing, calling somebody a Mo. The Hindi word for owl is ulu, and they mean gullible. All right. Yeah, but Mo is short for homo, just like Mo is short for moron for you. Momo could be either, could go either way. Unlike a homo who only just goes the one way. Should we be talking about this? I'm not sure we should be talking about this. Nah, I don't care. We can talk about whatever here. That's what's so great. Like a lot of rooms don't want to talk about like racial stuff or politics or religious stuff. But we're all adults here. Joseph said, "What is the name of your dog?" Joseph also said, "Here in the Philippines, it's 7:21 p.m. Tuesday, August 4th. The name of my dog is Beefy Dog." Joseph said, "Nice name." So I've been up since 4:30 this morning. I think I have to go buy some medication today. They don't open up until 10 o'clock, though. I wanted to walk the dog outside before it got too hot. It's going to be hotter later today. Ugh. Oh, good girl. You peed on it. Tia said, "Did you say that you have ear infections?" Yeah, I do. I got 2 of them, and it sucks. I don't feel like driving out to get my medicine, but I kind of have to. How did you get ear infections in both of your ears? Did you go swimming in a dirty lake? No, I didn't actually. Did not go swimming in a dirty lake. Um, I am dirty though. I'm a dirty, rotten punk rocker. Usually in the summertime, I get what's called like impetigo or impetigo, either way. Um, Usually I get that in the summertime, which is like a skin, I guess, rash or like a skin infection. Usually I'll get that on my face if I spend a lot of time in the sun and not showering. Um, and then also about 6 months ago, I had like it was, the doctor said similar to pink eye, but not quite pink eye. It was like a infection that spread into it spread from my, like eyelid or my eyebrow. It spread into my eye. And that sucked. I had to put like goo on my eyeball every day. Tia said I accidentally scratched the corner of my top eyelid and it's been itching ever since. How long has it been? Like minutes or like days? If you scratched your actual, oh wait, your eyelid, like did it bleed? Like you cut it? Is there a cut? And how did you, like, what did you scratch it on? Oh, it's been months. Ooh, that's bad. That's bad. Should tell somebody about that. I mean, somebody besides me. You should tell a professional about that. So I've had this earache for like 2 weeks now, and what else? I've had a massive headache too, like a serious massive headache. A couple days ago, the doctor was like looking inside my ear with like her little instruments, and she accidentally cut the inside of my ear canal. The word she used was nick. She nicked it. She said she nicked my ear canal because she was like had squirted some chemicals in there to try to help, and she was like, "Ooh, that shouldn't hurt," and I was like, "Well, it does." And then she looked in there again, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I also nicked you inside of your ear canal." Like fuck. But she said like, yeah, the walls of my ears were red, so that's that. That's an ear infection, I guess. But I got put on a slate of antibiotics, amoxicillin, and it didn't really work. And then they put me on another one. I went back to the doctor on Wednesday, and she gave me like another week's worth of antibiotics, and but a different one. This one's called like azithromycin, I think. Tia said I was trying to get the sleepies out of my eyes, and I scratched my eyelid. Dang. Beefy dog, you need to behave. You're not going to get this beefy treat if you don't behave. You know I got the beefy treat, beefy dog. Let's see if she sees it, she'll start to behave. Hey. Hey, beefy dog. Stay with me, beefy dog. Yeah, I got this beefy treat. This one. And you have to behave or you're not going to get it. Yeah, good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Ah, should have done this a half hour ago. She watched me take it out of the little pouch and put it in my pocket, though. She knows I have it. Good girl, beefy dog. You're beefy haven. Yeah, we got 8 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. Stay with me, beefy dog. Good dog. Good dog. Beefy dog. Beefy dog. Have you already forgotten that I'm holding this beefy treat? Maybe you just don't want the beefy treat. You'd rather sniff the bush, right? You'd rather go play in the woods? Or do you want this beefy treat? This one. Yeah, that's right, beefy dog. You be good. You be good. Be good. Okay, beefy dog. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, Trebear, you're just in time. Just in time for the snack. Good girl, beefy dog. You did it. That's her little dentist stick. She gets once a day, and it's supposed to help her teeth stay healthy. Speaking of healthy teeth, Trebear, what's going on with you? I'm sure you got some nice, big, giant, healthy teeth. Are you like one of those bears that lives in a cave, or like up on the top of a mountain? I always wondered that. Or deep in the woods. Like we have bears here, but they live deep in the woods. We don't have caves or mountains here in South Jersey. The bears here also are small and black. I believe they're black bears. But I've never seen one. I've seen bear poop when I was like out camping with the Cub Scouts, like right up the road, right here. When I was a kid, there was bear poop in the woods. Yeah, like 30 years ago. Who's to say those bears are still alive? Probably not. All right, Trebear, you're not answering the question. I have a tattoo on my belly that's like basically in the shape of a Care Bear, belly, like uh, you know how the Care Bears have those white bellies, and then they have like a little symbol on it. Yeah, I got that. But my tattoo is a big pirate ship, um, with like waves and sharks in the water and stuff. Bear said multitasking. LOL. Never seen bear poop. No, the question was what. The question was, do you have big giant teeth? Because you're a bear. You got big healthy teeth. um, I heard that most bears in America and I guess worldwide, most bears are like riddled with worms, and that's why nobody really eats bear meat because they just live like that. It was just like worms all inside their bodies and stuff, which is fucking crazy. It's crazy. Bear said, "LOL, I got regular bear teeth." Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Regular, the teeth of a bear. All right, beefy dog. Stay with me, beefy dog. I'm gonna feel this ground and see if it's warm. No, it's not. We're good. I don't want to hurt your little doggy paws, beefy dog. Your little toes. Bear said, LOL. I think Bear is like one of those happy, nice bears, like a Care Bear, or like the bear in the Big Blue House, or like Baloo from the Jungle Book. um, actually, I think um, I saw that Baloo from the Jungle Book was supposed to be a sun bear. That's what kind of bears they have over there, where that book takes place in India. Um, and sun bears are like some of the most vicious. They're not the biggest, but they have giant. They have the biggest claws. Um, yeah, but he's a nice bear. Or like the Berenstein bears, True Bear. I think you're like one of those Berenstein bears, like like they wear clothes but they don't wear shoes, like that type of bear. She said, "LOL." Yeah, I was right. Yeah, you are. Um, okay, the Berenstein bears wear clothes but no shoes. Winnie the Pooh, he's a bear that wears a shirt but no pants. But when you see him when he's in his like his sleepwear, it's like a gown that goes all the way to his ankles. But then during the day, he don't wear pants. Did you ever think about that? I don't think you did. Tia said that's because it's cold at night. could see that. Like it has nothing to do with modesty. He's under the covers in his nightgown and a hat too, I believe. Um, did you ever notice that like Daffy Duck, he wears a shirt and no pants, but then when he comes out of the shower, he has the towel around his waist, like topless, but with a towel around his waist when he gets out of the shower. What's up with that? Um, Also, this is kind of on a different topic, but also Goofy. A lot of people say like like Goofy is a dog and he talks and he walks and shit and he has a job, but Pluto is a dog, but and he doesn't. He's like a pet. Um, First of all, the guys who did the cartoons back in the day, they didn't really think about it as like um, mouse, and duck and shit. They just thought about it as like it's like a human being, but we're gonna treat it like a human being, but it just looks like a duck. And then Mickey Mouse is like the same thing. Like he's not a mouse. He doesn't live in a hole and eat cheese all the time. He like has a job and shit and he wears clothes. And then he has a pet. And then Goofy is supposed to be like a person. And, like he has a job and he wears clothes and shit. And he talks. So that's first of all. It doesn't really matter what animal they are. They just like if they're a pet, they treat it like a pet. If it's a person, they just treat it like a person. That was how they were told to like make those cartoons. But um, Goofy's a cow. Goofy was Goofy used to be paired up with this chick named Clara or Clarabelle the cow. Um, like just like Daisy Duck was there for Donald and like how Minnie Mouse was there for Mickey Mouse. Goofy had a girlfriend that was a cow in the beginning. So Goofy is not a dog. Goofy's a cow. And I mean just look at him. Just look at him. He's clearly not a dog. He's clearly a cow. Look at him. Look at those teeth. Look at his fucking face. He's got that cow face. Oh, you're gonna lay down? Um, yeah, Goofy is a man, just like Mickey Mouse is a man. He's just a man, but he's not a. He does. He's a cow. You're being very good right now. You're being very, very good right now. Very good. Stay. Stay. You guys, I think I found a tick on my dog. Hold on. Sorry about that. Maybe not. I thought I saw a tick on her paws. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Come over here. Trebear said, "Did you move already?" Um, I'm I'm staying with like a family friend right now. But yeah, I'm out of my house. We're out of the house, and we're staying with a friend, and then we're gonna move into our house pretty soon. Um, Tia says, "I thought you said Goofy was a man that just looked like a dog." Yeah, that's because a lot of people think he looks like a dog. That's why I was saying that in the beginning. But there's like a discrepancy between Goofy and Pluto that they're both dogs, but one has a job and shit. But yeah, that's kind of like a two-pronged answer, part A and part B. Part uh part A was that yeah, he's just like an animal that um he's a man that looks like an animal. Um but part B to that answer is that he's not even a dog. Actually a cow. Um and also they sort of I think originally he had like a little poofy at the end of his tail like a cow does. And his ears were not quite as long. I think that's what happened to Goofy, if I remember correctly. And also, you know, do you guys remember DuckTales, the show, or Goofy, the Goofy movie? Um, because like Goofy's buddy Pete, and I think his kid is also named Pete. I think it's like Big Pete and Pete Junior. Yeah, they call him PJ, right? They're those guys are dogs. That's what dogs look like in the Disney World, and also in Ducktales, the bad guys are they're called like the Beagle Boys or something. They're also dogs. That's what dogs look like. They don't look like Goofy because Goofy's not a dog. Okay, done, done. But when once you start to talk about like yeah Pete and then like the dog boys from Ducktales, it's kind of just the same question. Whereas like why are they dogs but they wear clothes and talk and have jobs, but Pluto is a dog and he doesn't. And it just is basically it's just like you have to use your imagination, and it's the same reason why like in Tom and Jerry, like he like that's a mouse. He doesn't talk. He lives in the wall in a little hole, and he can do crazy shit, but he's a mouse. Like he can do crazy shit, like set up a contraption that's gonna hurt the cat, but like he's still just a mouse, and he lives in the hole in the wall. But like whereas like Mickey Mouse, he's not. He's not really a mouse. He's not really a mouse. He's a man. He's a dude. Um, Hello Kitty. You guys know Hello Kitty? That's like the same deal. They all the people that make Hello Kitty, the person who invented Hello Kitty, they treat Hello Kitty as if she's a little girl. Hello Kitty also owns a cat. She has a little pet that is a cat. That's a little bit more egregious. That would be like Pluto's being owned by Goofy himself. Um, Goofy's not a dog though. We've been over this. Um, what was I gonna say? Hello Kitty. Yeah, in Japan, Kitty. Hello Kitty is just a little girl that happens to be in the shape of a cat, but that's not important. And other people in her world, like not everybody is a cat. There's like a duck. I know she at least has one friend that's like a duck. Um, what's up? You guys want to keep talking about cartoons? I could do this all morning. What? You want to sniff that trash can? Good girl. Tia said, sure. Oh, you peed on it. Good girl, Beefy dog. Good girl. Uh, okay, so I'm in between 35 and 45. So that'll give you a good idea of like what cartoons I grew up with. Um, Transformers, the original, the 1980s Transformers. Um, I was too young. I didn't watch that. I remember my buddy up the street. He had a bunch of Transformers because they belonged to his uncle. um, Come here, Beefy dog. Good dog. Um, where was I? Oh yeah, I was in the 80s. So yeah, so my buddy up the street, he had some of the toys from his uncle gave to him, and for me, there was a show called Beast Wars: Transformers, and Beast Wars: Transformers. Instead of being trucks that tried to like blend in with society, they lived in a time where there was no people or technology, so they were animals to blend in with the local. So when I had gotten older and I like looked back, I because I had remembered that some of those Transformer toys were like dinosaurs and shit like that, and like there was a lion. Um, but that was the original Transformers series, but just like later they started introducing animals like dinosaur bots and shit. But they didn't have fur; they were metal, like cars. They didn't actually look like animals; they're just animal shaped. So Beast Wars was different because they actually looked like animals. They were trying to blend in, actually. Whereas by the time Transformers started doing dinosaurs and shit, it was it was like way later, and they were just openly attacking people. They were so they didn't really have to hide as much. So yeah, they were dinosaur shaped, but they were still metallic. um, okay, so yeah, so that's my thing. Beast Wars was my thing. That's what I grew up with. That was my favorite thing. I was like the perfect age for that when it came out, and I had as many of the toys as I could get my hands on. And Beast Wars, eventually, Beast Wars was 3 seasons long. Eventually, by the third season, it started getting pretty weird, and um, it turned out that like they had gone through a time tunnel in the beginning of the show, and they went way back in time, but they were on Earth. They didn't know they were on Earth the whole time. Well, because also there was like there was two moons. One of them got destroyed. Yada yada yada. um, one of the moons got destroyed in season one. Yada yada yada. But anyway, so the whole show they were. Oh, hold on, Tasty Peanut from user love you too. Thank you for coming in. Welcome. Yeah, we got 9 thumbs up. Beast Wars. So when it first started off, they they made it clear that it took place like way in the future as opposed to taking place like in the 90s, like where the Transformers show took place in the 80s, and it came out in the 80s, and that's when it was like present day. Um, but the Beast Wars show, it was like, oh yeah, that was the Great War of the past, like 1,000 years ago or whatever it was supposed to be like. And then so everybody just kind of everybody who cared about Transformers, they just kind of understood that like none of their favorite characters were going to show up because it was like 1,000 years later or whatever it was. They were all treated like their great ancestors, right? Um, but then at the end of the show, we find out that everybody went through this like time tunnel, and and it actually was Earth, but like back in the caveman days. And then they started like doing crazy shit, and then they're like, oh, if we do some crazy shit here, we can change the future and effectively our own present day, right? It got kind of like philosophical towards the end of it. Chabert 17 2 said I liked here too, so I'm number one, number 11 now. Yeah, we got 11 thumbs. And Chabert said, hi, Tasty Peanut. I don't think these Tasty Peanut's here. I think Tasty Peanut just drops a message then leaves immediately. That's what I think. Uh, so the good guy was called Optimus Primal, and he's a monkey. Haha, get it? Um, and then the bad guy was just named Megatron. It's like didn't even give a fuck. He just called himself Megatron. Um, and it's kind of like um, it's kind of like it's not like royalty because they're not the same like bloodline because they're just robots. Um, but it is like he used the name kind of like, yeah, kind of like Pope John Paul II, sort of like that, like how popes will use an old pope name. That's what so Megatron just started calling himself Megatron, like in that way. Kind of he had a big ego. Um, yeah, Tia, yeah, yeah, kind of like that. Like he was a long line of Megatrons, but they're just guys that started calling themselves Megatron. Whereas like on the other side, like Optimus is like a title. It's not really their name. Like he was Optimus Primal, but yeah, Optimus is a title, kind of like general, and it just means he's in charge of the team. But he called himself Primal because he's a primate. Get it, you guys? Uh-oh. I'm gonna get out of here, I think. Oh, it's 8 a.m. A bunch of little kids are starting to show up. Get it, you guys? Because he's a monkey. Good dog. Good dog. Um, Beast Wars Transformers was one of the first ever fully CGI TV shows. Toy Story was, I think, 94, and Beast Wars Transformers was 96. So they basically started working on the show probably like right after Toy Story came out. Um, and I, it might be the first American CGI TV show ever. I know there was one show called Reboot that show was Canadian though. Reboot came out like a year or maybe 2 years before Beast Wars, and my dad liked Reboot. He would watch Reboot with me. He thought it looked really cool because that was, yeah, like same time or before even maybe Toy Story. Um, and Toy Story was much more like kiddie. Reboot was kind of like, it was for kids, but it was not like toys living in a kid's bedroom. It was like The Matrix, but for kids. That show was pretty crazy. Um, yeah, Reboot was the first CGI TV show, and it was Canadian. Um, and it was called Reboot, which wasn't like a common word. Now reboot is a common word, and they're talking about like live action reboots and cartoon reboots. Um, um, Reboot was just like a word for computer nerds, and computer nerds weren't really popular. That was the mid 90s. So yeah, Reboot was a really cool TV show that even my dad liked watching it, and and so Transformers: Rise of the Beast, that movie that came out like 4 years ago, came out like 3 or 4 years ago. That movie, was lifting very heavily from the Beast Wars TV show, and it was like a rhinoceros and a cheetah and a gorilla and a falcon. Um, they brought in all the good guys from the Beast Wars TV show. Well, most of them. There's one main character that was a rat. They didn't use him. Um, so then the bad guys on Beast Wars, it was like a Tyrannosaurus Rex and a scorpion and a tarantula and a pterodactyl and I'm missing one. Oh yeah, a wasp. It had a big old wasp. Um, none of those guys were in the movie. They didn't use any of their rivals from the cartoon in the movie, which I thought was really weird. All right, so Chef Soundmeek was here. What's up, Chef? What's going on? What's up, Chef? You want to talk about it? Uh, oh my goodness, it's 8 o'clock. Tia said, "Dude is talking about cartoons and kid shows." Yeah, I took a pretty long rant about Goofy from Disney, um, and I just kept talking about cartoons after that. That was kind of everything that I had to say about Transformers. Um, my buddy had the Transformers, the original show. He had the whole show on DVD and the box set, and he let me borrow it, and I watched it, and it's all right. It's all right. Definitely not as cool as my Transformers. Um, hey, remember that show, the Jungle Book show? There was a 1990s cartoon show about I think it was called Jungle Book, the show. Um, the kid, the kid like wasn't even in it. I think, man, what's the kid's name in Jungle Book? Um, fuck, what's that fucking kid's name? He's not in the show. Saltwater Cowboy's here. Saltwater Cowboy J1RFU said hi with the hand waving. What's up? What's up, Salty? We're talking about cartoons. Do you guys remember that Jungle Book cartoon? I think the dark haired kid, got replaced by a little blonde girl. Yeah, Mowgli. Yes, 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 yes. All right, but more importantly, they were like anthropomorphized in that show. They like in the movie, they walked on all fours and shit, and they talked, but they walked on all fours and they basically lived as animals. But then in the show, they had like houses, they had clothes, they had like cars and shit. Um, they had yeah, airplanes. And I always thought that was weird. I always thought that was really fucking weird. Baloo. Baloo the bear. Yeah. Yeah. He was like a fucking airplane pilot and he wore a t shirt. No, it wasn't a t shirt. It was like a button up. And what, the orangutan, King Louis, was there, but he wasn't a king. He was like he was a boss though. Like he had a bunch of employees. And then I feel like the tiger was also there. even though he dies in the book and the movie, the tiger was the bad guy of the show, I believe. He was one of the bad guys in the show, one of the villains.
Tia Fireball said, "Wow, it's crazy." Yo, we got 13 thumbs up now. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I thought somebody pulled up that I know. Do you guys? Can we talk about your? Can we talk about your favorites? Favorite animated shows of all time is not from my childhood, um, and it's not for little kids. It's for people my age. Tia said I used to own all of the How to Train Your Dragon movies and TV shows. I've never seen any of those, but the live action movie looks like fun. Um, how do you feel about the live action movie, Tia? It's coming out soon. I don't think it's out yet. Tia said I don't know. I'm gonna have to see it. Okay, so I mean, have you seen the trailers or anything at all? Some people would say just like on principle that they're not going to see it. You know what I mean? Like if they love the cartoon so much, they would want to not see the new movie. Um, yeah, you know. Come here, beefy dog. Yeah, hang out in the shade. Not everyone's here to play with you, beefy dog. Tia said, "No, I haven't seen the trailers. I just watch Amazon Prime and I don't see commercials." Um, let's see if Beefy Dog is thirsty. Let's go get some water. Sparkle said, "I'm glad you're not dead, but why are you up so early?" Because I went to bed early. Fell asleep around 10 o'clock. Um, I woke up at 4:30, and then I laid in bed for like an hour and a half, and I romanced myself. And then I left the house. And then I got some breakfast. And then I came here to the park and I ate it. And then I took my dog for a walk. Sparkle said, "Wow, welcome into the room, Sparkle. Coming in hot. Saying, I'm glad you're not dead, but why are you up so early?" Grumpy face, laughing face, laughing face. I think it's going to be another hot one. I mean, yesterday was pretty cool all day. It rained for a lot of the day yesterday, and it rained throughout the night here. But yeah, I think it's going to be warm today, and I wanted to get the dog outside. Hey, Sparkle, what was your favorite like childhood animated show? What's your favorite cartoon? Also, do you remember that there was a Jungle Book cartoon TV show back in the day? But all the animals like had jobs and they like lived in homes and they traveled in vehicles and they wore clothes. Do you remember that? Remember that Jungle Book TV show? Beefy Dog. Good girl. Good girl. Sparkle said, "Oh man, I need coffee for this." We've already been walking for an hour, and I'm pretty much at the end of my rope. Sparkle said, "What? I don't remember them having jobs and stuff." Yeah, in the movie they didn't have jobs, but in the cartoon TV show they weirdly did. And I'm like 95% sure that Mowgli, the dark-haired Indian boy, was like replaced with a little blonde girl. I'm I could swear that Mowgli was not in that show, and there's like a little girl that travels around with him, a little white girl. Is that it? Beefy Dog, is that it? Or are you gonna drink some more water? Good girl. Sounds like an entirely different show. Yeah, it does. Um,
It does sound like a different show, but it was Baloo, the bear, and King Louie, the orangutan, and the panther guy, whatever his fucking name was. That Black Panther that's with Mowgli. We had very few Nintendo games for our Nintendo system, but we had that one. Sounds like a fucking fever dream, doesn't it? Sounds like I dropped a bunch of acid and watched Jungle Book. But nah, that was a real show. That was a real show. Like in the movie, they talked and shit, which was weird enough, but they still like the Panthers still walked on all fours, and the bear did too for a lot of it. But in the show, it wasn't like that. Like everyone was walking on two legs and wearing clothes. Sparkle said that's exactly what I was about to say. No, it does exist because we had the video game to go along with it. I remember this. Kind of like, yo, the same thing happened to Chip and Dale. Does anybody remember that Chip and Dale Rescue Ranger show? Because in all the old school cartoons, Chip and Dale don't wear clothes. But then they gave them a cartoon TV show in the 80s, and they were wearing like fucking. They're dressed like Tom Selleck. The one had like the Hawaiian shirt, and then the other one had like a leather jacket. Zootopia. All right, let's see if the ground is any warmer now. Oh no, it's still good. Sparkle had the Chip and Dale cartoons on VHS. Hey Sparkle, did you ever find the cord that goes with that DVD player that you gave me? It's the you know, the red, white, and yellow. Sparkle, did you have the old school Chip and Dale cartoons on VHS, or did you have the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers TV show on VHS? Because yeah, like I said, they're very different. I think originally they didn't even talk. They were just a couple of chipmunks, and then for the show, they gave them like clothes and stuff. Sparkle said, "I looked now. I don't think I ever had it." Oh, okay then.
Every time. You're probably not as bad as this one. You're a good boy. Come on.
You got a really cute dog.
He's really freaking bad. He's
Well,
tripping me, he's hurting me all the time.
she goes crazy, especially for boy dogs.
This is almost,
And you got a cute one.
this is almost, will she just want to see him or?
No, I think she's a little scared right now.
Oh, okay, it's okay. He's really nice. He's just a baby.
She got bit on the face one time at the park from somebody who said their dog was really nice, and I think she's like scared. She's scared
What
now.
happened to me with the German Shepherd?
On this dog?
Yeah, no, it was a dog before.
Okay. Wow.
Like, come on. This one's only cute. Puppy, but he's just, I swear to God.
He's real cute.
China. Hi, what's your name?
Her name is Beefy Dog.
Hi, Beefy Dog. This is Lou. This is Lou, and maybe we'll meet again. You guys can keep saying hello.
Yeah, we come here a lot.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I just started walking, so I got to climb outside.
Yeah. And before it gets too hot out.
Yeah.
Because I don't really like walking past like 11 a.m. Yeah.
Bye-bye. What'd you say?
Enjoy your day. Yeah, Beefy Dog. And what's your dog's name?
Moo.
Moo? Like a cow.
Bye, Beefy Dog.
Like a cow. Moo.
How old is she?
Like 9 or 10.
Oh, okay.
I just adopted her last year though.
Beefy Dog.
She's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, you too. Have a good day. Moo? Oh, look how cute he is. Okay, Sparkle, you're talking about Alvin and the Chipmunks. She wore like a Jessica Rabbit dress. Okay. In the Rescue Ranger TV show, they had clothes, and they had this like a mouse guy that was with them, and then they also had a girl who was like a little white mouse, a different type of mouse. Chippendale. Okay. The girl chipmunk who sang. I don't know about that one. Was it just like? Was it just about the girl, and then it was Chippendale like fighting each other over her, pretty much, like fighting each other because they both fell in love with her immediately, like from the '60s, pretty much. LOL. Okay, yeah, yeah, that's totally different from what I was talking about, the TV show, where they wear clothes and they talk. They're not big dummies. And they go on rescue missions for other little creatures like little lizards and gerbils and shit. Rescuers Down Under? Kinda, yeah. They were called the Rescue Rangers. And I want to say they had like a government job, but wasn't Rescues Down Under? Wasn't that also like a government job, like the mouse government? Rescuers Down Under, by the way, that was the sequel to the movie called Just the Rescuers. And in Rescuers, it takes place in New Orleans, I think. And Down Under, obviously, Australia. She said, oh. It was a sequel that came out like way, way later, which was usually was not done like that. I feel like Godfather did that, and then Disney felt like they could do it. Rescuers Down Under came out way later, but it was okay because it was animated, so they just got Bob what's his name, to come back and do the voice again. Sparkle said Fern Gully scared me. LMAO. Yeah, me too. It has some really scary parts. That's on purpose. It was supposed to scare you into trying to save the planet. Not cut down all the trees and stuff. Hey, speaking of which, remember when that was a thing, like the ozone layer? There's a big hole in the ozone. Do you guys remember that? And how it was like talked about all the time, and now it's not. Well, that's because they actually did put in enough like regulations and like aerosol cans and yada yada that the hole in the ozone layer was like ostensibly got fixed. Like talking about that stuff all the time and then like working on a plan to fix it, like that actually worked, you guys. That's my point. The chemtrails. Was it the chemtrails? Yeah, maybe. How about that lady with the beagle? I was trying to find a wedding ring on her finger the whole time. She acted like she was just like she didn't. She acted like she didn't have a man or kids to take care of the dog. She was like, I got to take the dog out before I go to work all day. You know what I'm saying? That's single person behavior. And yep, that's it. Just hey, we got 14 thumbs. Sick. Moo and Beefy. How's your swamp friend? Don't talk about Shrek like that. He has a name. Sparkle said about who? Question mark. LOL. My swamp friend Shrek. Don't talk about Shrek and Donkey like that. Yo, does Donkey move into the swamp with Shrek? Is that a thing that ever happens, or does he just live at the castle with that dragon? Like, I know in the first one he goes to the swamp, but does he like stay overnight? Like, does he stay there? I haven't seen Shrek 1 probably in like, it's got to be 20 years. Maybe even more than that. He lives with Shrek and Fiona. Okay. I know I did see the second one. More recent than not. I have the Shrek 2, the video game for Xbox. And when I used to live with my sister and her kids, the older one, she was like 4 years old at the time, and she would play video games with me. Basically, that she could handle. She could handle Shrek the game. She liked to play like The Simpsons and Crash Bandicoot racing. She liked to play the car racing games, but she couldn't handle them. Sparkle said he had the donkey dragon babies with the girl dragon. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was living at the castle with her too, with the babies, at one point. Hani Bon Me is here. Says up and out mighty early with Miss Beef. Just gonna hang out where it's shady right here. It's pretty good. Beefy dog. People are gonna think we're trying to cross the street if you're right there at the edge of the curb. Yeah, you see this? You seeing this, you guys? Electric bikes are not allowed. Look at that symbol. Look at that symbol. I wouldn't even know that was electric bike if you didn't tell me that was a symbol for an electric bike. It just looks like a bike, like BMX, maybe like no BMX allowed. Am I too old school for this? That's like something an old man would say. What is that? No BMX? Oh God, I'm getting old. Why no electric bikes? I'm not really sure why no electric bikes. I think maybe because it's just like too fast. They don't want you zipping around because there's like little kids and people with dogs on leashes. That's why. That's what I think. But like, I don't know what the top speed of one of those e-bikes is, honestly. But I feel like if you're good at rollerblading, like you could go just as fast zipping by, or skateboarding, something like that. The lightning bolt gives the idea of charging the bike. Yeah, I get it. I get that. Like now, like that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't know that was an e-bike if you didn't if, if it hadn't been told to me. It just looks like somebody's like rad BMX bike because I'm an old man. But yeah, of course the lightning bolt means electric. Like duh, stabworthy, duh. It's probably too fast. Also, does it have to do with the fact that there's like no like charging station or whatever? might be a law where it's like if you're allowed to have e-bikes, then you have to have like a little charging station too. I would buy that. That makes sense. I feel like eventually, like every single gas station, they're gonna like transfer into that. They're gonna start transferring over to charging stations, and then everyone's gonna have an e-car, and then they can just turn your car off when you're driving down the highway if they're trying to catch you, or they could just make it so your brakes don't work. How do you charge the bikes? Is it a weird plug, like the cars, or is it like a regular wall plug? Dude, I have no idea. I thought that was a BMX bike, but I'm saying I've seen kids in here on their e-bikes all the time. I've only been coming here for like a little over a month, and with the dog, and yeah, I've already seen like dozens of e-bikes here, and they're all kids. They're all kids between the ages of like 11 and 14, basically. Yeah, 15 maybe. And they're usually together too. It's pretty cute. They're usually together in groups of like 2 to 5. They're all around town here. Sparkles is saying. Sparkle, have you ever been to the state park that is on Maurice River? And um, it's like a bunch of hiking trails that all lead to the water. Have you ever been there? And it's also like it's basically like there's a bunch of cliffs. It's all pretty high up, and then and you gotta like make your way down to get to the water. I just went there for the first time a couple weeks ago, but my new house is pretty close to there. Sparkle said it's really nice there. Um, yeah, it is. I liked it. I kind of wished it was like bigger. Also, some of the trails were like locked off, so I think there was like some trees that were down or something. A lot of ticks. Yeah. Well, this year has been like particularly bad for ticks. Um, there's a bunch of signs there that say like no e-bikes, and I saw people on their little e-bikes. Vicky said hi, stabworthy. Hi, Lisa. Vicky, what's up? Welcome in. Uh, there was no. It's just that there was trails that were specifically dedicated to like bikes and quads and stuff. But yeah, there was like signs all over the place. And eventually, some of the bike paths intertwined with the walking paths, so there were a bunch of signs up, and there's like be really careful of people walking. Vicky says hi, beautiful beefy dog. Sparkle said it's for like 40 minutes away. It has a lake and tons of trails. Um, Not tons. There was like a yellow trail, a blue trail, and a red trail, and then the the bike trails. Sparkle said at Parvin. Have you gone to Parvin State Park? It's 40 minutes. It has a lake and tons of trails. Oh, I see. Come on, leave it down. It's flatter than Maurice River. Hey.
Just so you know, I don't know if I can take these
Oh,
we have summer camp.
wait a minute. It's Tuesday. Isn't summer camp Monday and Wednesday? Okay. Well,
I don't really know.
all right. I gotta walk back to my car then. Before I get locked in all day. Oh, okay. That would make sense.
Yeah, Mondays and Wednesdays were at the camp. That's why.
That would make sense. Okay.
Sorry.
Hey, have fun. Okay, so I'm not going to get locked in because they're having a field trip today. They're not going to stay at the rec center. I guess they have camp every day, but Mondays and Wednesdays is when it's here. That's what the little kid said. Wow, that kid actually gave me better information than any of the adults ever have. I was accosted yesterday by one of the adults because, wait, before I say that, Crystal is here. Crystal Mayes. Hi, with a hand wavy. Welcome, welcome in. Huh. Huh. It's not letting me see Crystal's channel activity. I think Crystal's gone. I don't know why it wouldn't let me see her channel activity. It's not even an option. Is it because she didn't say anything? She just did the hi with the hand wavy? Is that it? That's not how it is, right? I could make her a mod. I could put her in a timeout. I could hide her, but I can't check the channel activity. Yeah, check Sparkle's channel activity. Tons. 9 deleted messages over the career. Twice. YouTube changed? LMAO question mark? I can check Vicky's channel activity. Vicky has 0 deleted messages, 0 timeouts, 1 hide. I had to hide her 1 time. Sparkle, you had 9. You deleted 9 of your own messages. Yeah, that's what that means. Also, I might have hit the button by accident on you guys. That's totally possible. I don't even know how to delete my own messages. LOL. Yes, you do. You just click on your just click on it. Click on the message and options will pop up. Oh, maybe that means I had to delete you. Maybe that's what delete means. I got mad at you a few times. I, yeah, you probably said my name a few times, and Beefy Dog's dead name. I'll delete that. I'll delete stuff like that. You did in the beginning. I remember it happened. I literally, I remember it happening. Yo, I can also see everything you've ever said. I was just reading it aloud, but I guess I was muted. Yeah, that's weird. Um, yeah, I can see everything you've ever said because it's my channel. So if I click on your name, I should be able to see your channel activity, but I don't know. For Crystal, it's not there. And then I'm scrolling back, like I can still see for Tia, I can see Chef Salmik was here earlier. I can see his channel activity. Oh, wait a minute. Saltwater Cowboy. Yeah, I can see his channel activity. Huh. How about that? Still got this double ear infection. Fucking sucks. We've been doing this for 2 hours. Easy dog. Easy dog. I'm gonna turn the water on for you. Do you want something to drink? Are you thirsty? It's over here. Good girl. Good girl. Are you gonna have some more? You gonna drink some more water? There must be a dog over there or something. A squirrel. Yeah, there's a dog over there. Are you done with the water? Beefy dog, are you done with the water?
Your dog okay? No. Okay. Amber, come.
You know what? Sometimes she is okay. Sometimes you're okay, Beefy dog. OMG, double ear infection. And then LOL, when is she not okay? It's like when I don't feel like dealing with other people. Nah, sometimes when she sees another dog, the hairs on her back will stand up, and then I know she's like scared. But yeah, today I just don't feel like fucking dealing with people. BB dog, they went completely the other way. They're gone. Um, we are wrapping up this live stream, you guys. We walked a mile, then we took a break, then we walked for like another 30 minutes, 35 minutes, and maybe like, I don't know, I would have to go around again. I have this app that tells me how many kilometers I've walked, and I might have to check it one time see. Sparkle said, I need coffee and breakfast or to go back to bed. I have to go to the store and I really don't want to. So I have to go. Pick up my meds. I have to go see an ear specialist, but he's on vacation for the next 3 fucking weeks. When I told that to the insurance company, they were like, "Oh, well, he should have like associates who are there, like working for him while he's on vacation." But like, I don't know if they're allowed to be the first person to see me. I think like because they don't have the special PhD or whatever, like they're just his lackeys. OMG, there's no other ear specialists. Well, I do have a particular insurance company, and not everybody takes my insurance. I gotta get some. I'm gonna call the insurance company again today. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming. We're getting in the car now. Get in.
Good girl.
Bye, everybody. Love you. Thanks for being here.